Right now, what's going on in D.C.? Will we see immigration reform soon? How about yet another government shutdown? Well, we're joined in studio by Congressman Sean Patrick Maloney, who's going to tell us what we can hope or maybe even dread. And next, well, you know, last night that Cory Booker took the Democratic primary in a walk up against two sitting congressmen and the Speaker of the Assembly. Why was the race such a blowout for him? And later, a new frontrunner in the New York City mayoral race, and many are asking, why is Bill de Blasio blasting everybody out of the water? All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to RFL. I'm Richard French. A lot to cover in the next 60 minutes, and thank you for joining us this Wednesday evening, August 14th. And we're pleased to be joined right off the top here by Congressman Sean Patrick Maloney, Democrat representing New York's Hudson Valley. Congressman, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Nice to see you.
You too. A lot to get to. Let's first start off with the not fun stuff, which has lately been Washington. We have heard all sorts of dire projections given the dysfunction of this Congress. Do you think before this year's out, we're going to see any movement, real movement on immigration from any reason for optimism?
It's critically important.
It's not hopeful.
Well, any reason for optimism. I mean, I think, look, it's easy to be cynical about Washington. My job is to work. My job is to get results. There are the votes right now in the House of Representatives to pass the bill that cleared the Senate. And people should know what we're talking about, right? This means verifying the workforce, making sure people are legal who are working here, securing the border and dedicating unprecedented resources to that. No kidding, securing the border. But also providing an earned path to citizenship for people who want to get right with the law, pay their debt, get in line, wait, keep their nose clean.
Just so everybody's clear, this is not even, this is tougher than even the Bush plan when he laid it out. They got to wait longer,
right.
Got to have a job, learn the language. They got all these bogeys, got to keep their nose out of trouble here. As you said, pay the taxes in this. But you're saying the votes are actually there in the House right now.
They're absolutely there. The problem is that there is a very extreme element in the House that doesn't want to do anything. And that group is large enough to keep a vote from coming to the floor on the Senate bill. So what you will see is you will see that group put up a bunch of extreme amendments to some House legislation that really doesn't have immigration reform in mind, that is really trying to kill the whole process. And it's my job, with some other people down there, to be fighting every day to make sure we do something that makes sense, that helps us grow our economy, create jobs, you know, fund our programs like Social Security and Medicare, because everybody should be paying in. And let 11 million people get right with the law, pay their debt, and contribute to this country and earn it. I'm not for amnesty. We shouldn't even be talking about it. It's not a good idea. But there is a common sense way, while we secure the border and verify the workforce, to get this problem fixed, and it will make us a stronger country. So we got to do it.
But I can take this subject, government shutdown, I can go down the litany, and it's gone from the issue of policy to process. And if you couldn't get gun control passed, with 90% of Americans supporting a background check, including 3/4 of the NRA, how could you expect something as divisive with the makeup and the political incentivization for the other side to say, I lose more than I gain in my district if I move a centimeter, a millimeter, to meet the Democrats halfway? Why should we think that this function that they've gotten used to for the last 5 years will be any different now?
Well, look, sometimes you can delay doing the common sense thing, but you can't put it off forever. We saw that on the Violence Against Women Act, which had been waiting for 500 days, but we got it done in this Congress because they just couldn't wait any longer. And violence against women is a really important subject, and we need to do something about it, and we got it done. There are other things that we're going to get done as well. Like I'm cautiously optimistic that we will get a good farm bill done. It's been through the ringer. But in the end, I think we can get good legislation. So we're in the middle of this thing. And on immigration, there's nothing more important we're doing this year, because people need to understand. This is about everybody paying taxes. This is about getting people to pay their debts, to get right with the law, to pay a penalty, to wait, to get in the back of the line. And we are going to secure the border, and we are going to verify the workforce so that if employers are trying to get an unfair advantage, we're going to hold them accountable. This is a good piece of legislation, and I'm going to keep fighting for it.
Will the government shut down?
Well, I sure hope not. It won't if I have anything to do with it, because we've got a lot of people who are who are more interested in fighting than in fixing problems. I'm not one of them. I'm a member of the No Labels group. We're 80 strong now, 40 Republicans, 40 Democrats. And what we're saying is, let's fix problems, not fight. And the number one thing is to avoid these phony crises that hurt our economy, that get in the way of people getting the help they need from the government. What we need to do is have a balanced approach where everybody gives a little, and we can resolve this budget fight without these dramatics like shutting the government down.